3rd minute, I think, they scored. And then 34th minute, again, giving away key goals at key times. Same thing I've said, 4 or 5 weeks on the trot. And then the goals we get, they haven't earned them goals. They haven't. You can understand if a team breaks you down with free-flowing football and quality. You know, the first goal's a kick from the goalkeeper over our centre-half's head. He's in on goal, bang, goal. The second one, it's a header from our centre-forward into our midfielder. He holds onto the ball too long, loses it, plays it to the forward, he squares it, tapping. It's so frustrating for me because we're giving goals away at key times. It's an uphill battle, and then we come in at half time and we say we've got to do more, we've got to work harder, we've got to get up the pitch. They come out second half, they made a fist of it. We've created some good chances that we should take, and if we do take that, it builds momentum, and then you get out of it with a draw that on our first half performance we didn't deserve. So I'm bored of doing the same interview, and you must be bored of listening to it. It's the same rubbish every week. And it's just that we're just so naive, and we're getting beat by the basics. Long ball in behind. When you're under pressure, just clear your lines out wide. Simple as that. You look at us today defending set pieces. We don't clear the ball high and wide. We clear it straight down their throats. They're giving the ball back, and then they're on the attack straight away and putting us under pressure where we can't get out of our box. And we work on it. We work on it. We go over it every team talk, and it's the same stuff every week. So, I'm frustrated because we've come here and we've played a workman-like side, and they've beat us 2-0, and they've just played kick and rush football, just like this league is this time of year. Fair play to them, and they've took the chances, went at key times. We had enough time to get ourselves back into the game and haven't done it. Yeah, it is a factor because we haven't got Beckham today. So straight away, I've got to look at it and go, so the captain rings me last night, he's got a kidney infection, shouldn't even play. So I've gone from having 2 centre-halves to a half a centre-half today because Sam Spencer shouldn't have played. He was in hospital last night, he's on tablets. As a manager, I'm not getting a break at all. Beckham comes in last week, plays really well, and people might go, look, it's excuses, but it's a fact. It's, we lose Conor Green, first 10 minutes of the game. Every single week we're getting a knock. So this week was Beckham couldn't play. So we've had to then look at it and go, try and get Sam Spencer through the game, it was Charlie Sanders can play centre-half, let's start him there. But then what we do by doing that is we take away a threat going forward. So I'm putting square pegs in round holes. And so then, obviously, we've gone 1-0 down, we've lost Conor Green. So I've had to go, right, OK, we'll change it. And then we put Charlie back up front. Some people might go, well, why didn't you go with it? But when you're looking at your captain, who shouldn't even be playing here, I've got to say I need someone who can be next to him to head it and kick it and keep as much balance in the side. So we kept Marshy at left back, Az at right back, Conor left wing, Danny Drake. So we tried to keep as much of last week's team, but we had to change it and go 4-4-2 because once you take Charlie out of the front line, you're not going to be able to replace that aerial dominance that he gives us, or that ability and that strength. So we went 2 with Deck and Thiago to try and stretch them and keep us in the game. But once you go 1-0 down in the first 5 minutes, that's game plan A out the window. And then when you're losing players to injury, you've then got to be bold enough and assess it and go, right, what can we do as a positive change? So we brought Jane at left back, not a left back, moved Marshall to centre half, he then gets injured, so we've had to take him off. Then we've gone 3 at the back and moved JK in there with Jay White and Sam Spencer to try and protect him from there. We was in the game second half. We've had a lot of changes, personnel and formation, and we're in the game. But yeah, there's things that are not going my way as a manager that I can't change. And sometimes you look at it and just think, when am I going to get a break? As a manager, I can't do it anymore. I'm at training every week, we're watching videos, we're assessing, we're working on things that are not going right in games, we're doing everything we can as a management team, we're not getting a break. But when we don't do the basics as a group, and that's not me taking myself out of the group and blaming them, is I'm the manager, the buck stops with me, they're my players, I've signed them. But that, at the end of the day, we're in it together, and silly errors and mistakes at key times of a game are killing us, and again today it's killed us. Last week it done it just before half time, just at the end of the game. Today it's done it again, just at the start of the game. 10 minutes before half time, they've scored again. Game's effectively, over. We've had to do something drastic to try and change it and get back in the game when we haven't done it. It looks like ligament damage, so that's another one. Another ligament damage, another injury. Who's a player who's been doing really well for us. We've lost Ollie Gale for 3 months. He's hopefully back Tuesday training. That's what I'm on about. When you need key breaks, when you've got a small squad and you're very limited in what you can attract and bring in because of the situation, then when you get that squad together, you need everyone to stay fit. I see it as soon as it happened. I knew there was a problem. Then Marshy's done exactly the same. Rolled his ankle on this. Just the breaks, we're not getting them. I'm not going to say it's bad luck because it's not. It's just we're not getting breaks. And at the end of the day, that's them little breaks cost things, cost people, goals, cost clean sheets, cost wins, cost draws. So yeah, I'm just frustrated and obviously unhappy. We just have to see where we go from here. But it's another game where the small fine margins cost us. I said to lads before the game we needed 7 points from these 3 games. That's not cheap. So what we've got to do now, we've got to go to Loughborough next week and win, and then we've got to play Chase down at home and we've got to win. And if we don't do that, then obviously there's going to be a lot of people looking at me even more. I'm under pressure, I understand that. It's a results business. It doesn't matter how hard I work. It doesn't matter at all. I've got to make sure that when I'm working hard, we're getting results on the pitch. It's not happening. So I'm a realist. I know what football's like. If I'm not doing it, and if I'm not getting results, I'm expecting things to be changing. And whether that's me and someone else coming in and the club freshening it up, then it's football. You can't take it personally. But yeah, that's the facts. It happens from the top to the bottom. Managers have to get results, and I'm not getting results. And it doesn't matter what I'm doing off the pitch, what I'm doing on the pitch and how I'm adapting, it's not worked. So I'm a realist, I understand, and I've got to do as much as I can, work even harder to turn it around, and if I don't, then I'm expecting the club are going to turn around and have a stern talk with me, and to be fair, I can't knock them for doing that.